Welcome back. So now let's try to do few functional testing in that specific web page. So in the last lecture we have seen until how to handle that end-to-end web page using explicit wait mechanism, right? So now I want to verify whether products selected in page 1 are showing in page 2 or not. Now when you select items in page 1, these are the three items, right? Cucumber, raspberry and strawberry. So these items should display here as well. That's your test case to validate, just to make sure if that products are successfully carried out to next page or not. So how do you validate that? For that you have to plan here is to firstly you have to grab all the vegetable names which are showing here into one list, and then once you check out, then again you have to grab all the vegetable names into another list and you have to compare two lists, make sure both lists are equal. So that's our strategy to do that. Okay, so now how you can get all the vegetable names? So by now you will be very clear. I'm sure that you know the method also to do this. You can actually get this vegetable name, write a locator which is common, where it will pull out all these vegetable names and iterate through it and put into list. Okay, that's one way, but I'm trying to show you something different now. Firstly, let's try to understand by writing one common locator. See, product hyphen name is a class and h4 is a tag. If you build CSS out of it, tag name dot product hyphen name, you see that total 3 vegetables are being highlighted. Now you know you can simply say driver dot find elements by dot CSS. If you provide this, you can exactly do like this. Just like how you have handled buttons, similarly you just need to have our vegetable names. For vegetable, in vegetables, vegetable dot text, that will give you the text of each vegetable. So you need to create one more condition like this and do this. That is straightforward way. But can't we optimize this code? Instead of writing one more for loop for getting vegetable names, can't we get inside this for loop only? Is that possible? Let's see. So first let's try to understand what's happening here. So for every iteration you will get access to button, right? As part of this code, total 3 buttons will be retrieved here. Okay, when you say button, in buttons, for first iteration your control will be in this HTML here, and next iteration here, and then here. So when you are here, from this point, can you go up and select this vegetable name? Is that possible? Yes. Using XPath, not only traversing down, but also you can traverse up of your hierarchy. Okay, so if you start from here, you used to say div slash button to reach at this point, right? Now where is cucumber hyphen 1 kg? It's here. So right now you are here. In that iteration, for every iteration it will pull up one XPath. For first iteration it will pull up this. When you say button, that's button is nothing but now at this point. From here, can you write one more locator like this before you click? Button dot. So from here you can apply again another driver dot find element. So now this is nothing but first element out of all these elements. From this first element I am again saying find element by dot XPath. So when you say driver dot find element by dot XPath, your control will start from top left, I mean from the beginning. But now when you say button dot find element by XPath, your control will start searching from this point now. Okay, you can do it from here also. For every driver dot find elements, if you just wonder that can I apply find element on this, you can, because this is not just button, this is nothing but one web element Out of all the web elements returned, we are pulling up each one of web element in every iteration. On that web element also, again you can apply find element by XPath. Now let me clearly give you an example. Right, this is singular, right? This is what button will get stored in every iteration with index. For first time, 0th index will be retrieved, like something like 0. Okay, on this if you say dot, again you can do find element. That provision is there. Okay, on web element you can still find another web element. So that time control will be searching will start from this point. Okay, it will not start from the beginning. That's the only difference. So let me remove this. So from here, now how do you write XPath to go up? In XPath, as I said, you not only can traverse down, but you can also traverse up. Firstly, from here, if you want to go to your parent, there is possible using XPath, but not CSS. CSS do not have any provision to scroll or to navigate up. Only that's possible through XPath. And this will be one of famous interview question as well. That can you traverse back to your parent using CSS? No. If that is your requirement, you will go with XPath only. Right, when you hit an enter, right now this element is matching, right? If you go back, if you want to go back to your parent, slash, simply say parent. So XPath will understand that now I have to go to parent. So for this child, this is the parent, and for this parent, this is the parent. So this is a grandparent, right? So when you say slash parent, XPath confuses to which parent I have to go. Should I go to immediate parent or should I go to grandparent? That clarity you have to provide. For that, you have to give two colons. Colon number 1, carefully observe here. Colon number 2, you have to provide 2 colons and then give tag name of your parent. And right now your immediate parent tag name is div, right? When you give like this and hit an enter, you see that now it's here. Earlier only that button is selected, but now that whole section is being selected. So that means you have successfully moved to this point now. Product action. Okay, you see that product hyphen action, which is nothing but this part. So now from that child you moved to the parent out of it. Nice, good. But is that our requirement? You have to still go back to your parent. So to reach here, you cannot simply reach to its child. It's another parent child, right? Of course you are your parent, but you can't go back to your sibling directly. So this under this parent, main parent, now you are here. Okay, all these are childs. So instead of going to sibling directly, from this point, again we will go back to parent. Slash parent, which is its immediate parent, and tag name now for that immediate parent is this one. So that's why when you close this, that's getting closed. Product. Is it div is tag name again and hit and enter. Perfect. Now you see when you move your cursor here, you are at this point. You can see that this is being highlighted when you touch this. You have successfully reached this place. Okay, so from your child, firstly you went to your immediate parent. From that parent you went to its their parent. So from here now you can come down. Coming down is easy because from last lecture we have seen multiple examples. So from this point, if you want to come to this text, slash h4. See, you can do all this with simple find elements, just how I explained, by writing for loop like this. I'm just trying and showing you different ways of doing this and how to optimize your code without writing multiple for loops. Okay, in this way I can also show you the example of how to traverse to parent from child. Now hit an enter. Awesome. Vegetable names are selected. So why we are doing all this? We are doing all this because we want to avoid that for loop, and from that button dot, we should be able to reach all these. Now we need not give all this, because when you say button, automatically your control will be at that point only, right? Now to show demonstration, I first of all moved to that button, and from here I started showing the parent. Okay, let me actually take you here. Yeah, this is general XPath. So firstly, what did we do? Did we do it reverse? We messed up, I think. Give me a second. It went off. Let me write very quick again. So you will be alright, you will be here, and then you want to go to your parent div, and from that parent div you again want to go to its grandparent. From there you have to come down for h4, which will select product names. Nice. Copy this, and this is general XPath what I am writing now. But if you carefully observe, this button is nothing but find element by dot XPath, this one, right? So this part will be automatically stored here. So from this point only your control will begin. So now in the find element by XPath, you need not write again everything. So now your goal is to just mention that remaining part. Okay. So that means I will only take this part. Perfect. So now what happens? You collected this button XPath only, but your script is so intelligent that when it's doing in for loop, it will not only click the button, but for that specific iteration, for that specific product, it will just navigate from here to here and pull that text as well. So for iteration 1, when it comes to here, it pulls the text and click on this button, and when the next iteration, your XPath will be on second button, right? So from second button it will again go to parent to get the text of its second button, and similarly for third one. Like this all three texts will be printed. So let me try to print this in the output first and see how that is printing. That's our first goal. Okay, so should I actually touch same explicit wait? Okay, let's continue in the same test. Why to write again separate test out of it? So this is best example to understand how to navigate back from your child to parent. All right. Move your cursor. Oops, I know why. When you move there, you want to get dot text, right? That's minimum. If you don't give dot text, then how the text will be extracted? It simply moved there and printed that web element. We don't want web element. We want the text from that web element, isn't it? So that's a silly mistake. Right. Just try to understand. If you are not clear, go through this lecture again. But our overall goal is to optimize our test. We should not end up writing multiple for loops every time for each and every requirement. Okay, we should have some smartness in our test. Great. So we have successfully got cucumber, raspberry and strawberry. Okay, awesome. So now instead of printing it, let's take that into list, so that when you move to next page, you can again compare that list and validate if the vegetables present in first page list are equals to vegetables present in the last page list. We'll continue that in our next lecture. Thank you.